Hello, gentlemen. Uh, how are we doing? I trust that you all are well. I trust that you are winning and that you are looking forward to the weekend. And my goodness, it's so warm out there. It's so lovely, and summer is upon us. That's for us now, right here in the UK. And obviously, we got some brothers in Africa. We got some brothers that he doesn't live around here. But I hope that everyone is doing well. My goodness, last night's session was something else. My brother never disappoints. He always comes with some a serious goodie bag when he does a session. That's Mr. Cheeto. Thank you once again, sir, for coming and blessing us with such an amazing word of encouragement, such an amazing word of just blessing us and encouraging us and stretching us. Because we're talking about the floor is yours, and I think that the title itself is kind of like will make you to pay attention. Which floor? What floor? Where? um, and I think when we really kind of like look at it, um, many times we wait for an opportunity. We wait for somebody to point us out and say, "All right, Kendrick, you are ready to go. You can go." But in the meantime, we are the opportunity. We are the ones that we are walking around with a gift on the inside of us, and we don't sometimes we don't even know it because we haven't come to a place where we discovered ourselves. We discovered who we are. And well, the very first point that he actually brought up yesterday was, "Who are you? Who, do we even know you? Do you know yourself?" And I believe that is the key, because if that is missing, we will walk in a lot of we will walk in a level of insecurity that will just stifle our gift. It will keep us back. We won't move, we won't make decisions. We will kind of like be happy just to be in the background, in the back seat, and cheering everybody else on. But in the meantime, the stage is yours, the floor is yours. Everybody's waiting for you to perform. Everyone is waiting for you to show up. And and I think this is something that we kind of like need to hear all the time. We need to hear all the time, because especially as men, we I mean, just think about it. Even men, we are okay. Let me just say in general, yeah, kind of like just men in general. Maybe you can exclude yourself if you want, but sometimes we are kind of like just laid back, and we're happy for them. Let them do it. I will kind of like cheer you on, and I will cheer them on. I will encourage them. But when will you show up? When will I show up? Because what I have to say, what you have to say, it carries weight. It is valuable. Um, and one of the things, obviously, that came out was we just kind of like just procrastinate. And I think the key behind procrastination is just fear. You are just scared in your pants. I am just like scared. Why is that? Why do I say we are scared? Because we don't like to be rejected. We don't like to be embarrassed. We don't like to be not liked. Uh, and I think if we can break through that barrier, you won't hold back. I won't hold back. And now, kind of like, we just call it procrastination. No, I'm scared. You are scared. Don't use some fancy words, man. No, it's just fear. It's fear. Um, because when we think, if we end up taking the stage, if we take the floor, we feel sometimes that we will not be accepted. Rightfully so. But the key is not everyone will like what you have to say, will receive what you have to say, will be ready to hear what it is that you have to say, or even worse, they won't receive you as a person. But that's it's meant to be in that way, because you're not, even yesterday I was mentioning that not everyone is meant to pay attention to your voice, or 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 pay attention to what it is that you have to say. But there is somebody out there that will say like, whoa, let me move a little bit closer. I like what Kendrick is saying. Let me move a little bit closer. I like what Chido, what Clinton, what Andrew is saying, what Keith is saying. I like. Let me move closer. And uh, and I think when we find our space, when we find that one thing that we know that we are good at, and run with it, that will be our place of power. That will be your place of power. It will be my place of power. Why is that? Because now you walk in your uniqueness. You're not trying to be like somebody else, because when we try to be like somebody else, you undermine your gifts, you undermine your talents, you undermine your experience. Because remember, all of us, we've got a story to tell. And God forbid that if your story is boring because you feel like your life has to be perfect. No, your life don't have to be perfect. I think especially for men, if when we go through things, maybe you've lost the business, maybe you've gone through a divorce, maybe your children have acted up, you're a preacher or whatever, and now suddenly your child looks like they just came out of the boondaloos. They just look like they are just rebellious. No, no, you use that, and 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 you tell your story, because everybody's got issues. Man, I don't care how sharp you look. We know behind all of that sharpness of you, after behind all of that sharpness, there's a broken man. Behind all of that sharpness and that intelligence and that wisdom, there's a man that's crying to say that somebody please hear me. I don't know how am I going to get through. And you know what I'm talking about. You have your own challenges as a man. We see you lifting up hands, holy hands in public, but then you go home, you got your own fights that your own fights that you are your own battles that you are fighting in the flesh. um, and and we just got to be real, we just got to be authentic to know that, listen here, you've got a journey that you are walking, I've got a journey that I'm walking, but we don't have to walk it by ourselves, and we don't have to walk it um, being embarrassed, meaning you feel like your journey as scarred you. Everybody is scarred, man. Just think about it. Everybody. If any man can come to me and say, no, you know what, my life has been so smooth, even Jesus got nothing on me. We know you're lying, bruh. We know you're lying, because uh, life is meant um, to mold us. It kind of like turn us into a vessel. You see, it's one thing um, to minister, or to speak, or to share, or to whatever you want to call it, out of your head, something you've read out of a book. But if somebody tells their story, last night, Andrew, he was just sharing with us regarding how he applied for he's been working for a company for 19 years. I mean, I was like, let's hear this. This is a story that I want to pay attention to, because for somebody to stay committed to a organization for 19 years, you better know that you got to hear what that guy has to say, because uh, commitment is key in every area of our lives. And if somebody can say, listen, I've been working at this organization for 19 years, and suddenly he realized that his time has come for him to move on, and suddenly doors just opened up like this. and and just telling us about his experience go and listen to the session. This was a session for yesterday, which was the 23rd of what the month in of March. Go and listen to that. It's an amazing story. How even him, they offered him money that he was like, "Yeah, really, is that what you want to give me?" It's like, yeah. Why? Because it is his time. It is his time. So because when we get to a place where we understand that each and every one of us, we've got a story to tell. We've been on a unique journey. Don't undermine the your challenges that you've gone through. Don't undermine your life in general. That's gold right there. That's gold right there. Um, and you don't just cast that those pearls. You don't just cast it in front of the swine. No, no, no. You got to treasure that, because you might be walking around with a book on the inside of you. Gentlemen, I want to encourage somebody on here that it's time for us to show up. It's time for us to embrace who we are, because first of all, we need to discover who we are. And once you discovered who you are, with your brokenness, with your shortfalls, with your insecurities, with your imperfections, with whatever that is falling short, embrace that, because it's you that somebody is waiting for. So don't hold back. So that's what's just me. I just wanted to encourage somebody that listen here, man, you can do this. Take some stock of your life, and be clear on where you are. And your life is not an embarrassment. It's not. You think it is. If you've gone through, like what I said earlier, you've gone through all kind of different things. Maybe you made a mess with your relationship, a mess with your relationship with your kids, a mess with your organization. You got fired, or you lost your company, or whatever. Start afresh, man. Start afresh. Pick yourself up. You know why? Because God will help you. God will help me, and we can do this. All right, gentlemen. So that's just me. Just wanted to touch base and just to say hi, and just kind of like just share my excitement regarding yesterday's session. Um, and yeah, it was really good. So if you haven't had a chance to listen to it, make some time to jump in there, and see if what value you can get from yesterday's session. All right. Have an amazing weekend. Yes, it's Friday tomorrow. My goodness. Have a barbecue or something, man. Go chill out. Go if you finish your responsibilities for the day, and if the sun is still out, go for a walk, bro. Oh man. All right, gentlemen. Catch you guys soon, and have an amazing week. Okay. See you soon. Bye bye now. Bye.